Happy New Year, guys! Hello, ramen fans. Welcome to the Any Ramen Go. Today we are starting Jujutsu Kaisen Season 3, where we will see the Culling Game arc. So, let's understand the story of Episode 1 without any delay. The episode begins with Yuji, who is facing a huge cursed spirit. Yuji starts running away from it, jumping from one building to another. Suddenly, the curse grabs Yuji in its hand. But at that moment, someone kills the curse and its dead body falls on Yuji. The one who killed the curse was Yuta, who has actually come here to kill Yuji. Now, the story goes a little back in time. We see Naoya Zenin, the youngest son of the Zenin clan. He is talking about whether his mother is dead or not. He says that a woman who does not listen to the men of the house deserves to die. According to him, Mai is still better, because at least she knows she's a woman. Naoya then meets Jinichi Zenin and Ogi Zenin, who scold him, saying that his father is taking his last breaths and he is coming so late. Naoya replies that he doesn't care. He says everyone knows he will be the next head of the Zenin clan. According to him, all his elder brothers are useless. He insults Ogi by saying he doesn't even have a son, only 2 daughters. He also insults Jinichi by saying he looks ugly and is nothing like his brother Toji. Hearing this, Jinichi and Ogi get angry. In reality, all 3 of them are grade 1 sorcerers. Then they receive news that the head of the Zenin clan, Naobito Zenin, has passed away and his final wish is about to be read. His final wish was that Naoya should become the next head of the Zenin clan. All the land, property, and cursed tools stored in the Jujutsu High Vault would belong to Naoya. However, there is one condition. If Satoru Gojo dies or becomes permanently disabled, then Toji's wish will be fulfilled, and Megumi Fushigura will become the head of the Zenin clan. All the property would then go to Megumi. Naoya does not like this at all. He finds out that Megumi is currently in Tokyo, and has gone to search for Yuji. Naoya then makes a plan to kill both Yuji and Megumi. Since Tokyo is full of cursed spirits right now, no one will question how Megumi dies. Once Megumi is dead, there will be no one left to take the inheritance, and Naoya alone will become the head of the Zenin clan. On the other side, we see Yuji sitting alone. Choso comes to him and asks how his wounds are now. Yuji says he's fine, probably because of Sukuna, and he can also feel his power increasing. Choso tells Yuji to return to Jujutsu High. Yuji says he can't go back. He feels that Sukuna is planning something against Megumi, and many innocent people have died because of him. He believes he doesn't deserve to stay with anyone. He also says that he killed Choso's brothers. Choso implies that it was a misunderstanding. He says his brothers would have forgiven Yuji too, because they are brothers and that bond matters the most. Yuji then says that for now, they must eliminate the cursed spirits here. After that, Yuji runs through the city, attracting many cursed spirits toward him. He defeats some of them with just one punch. While leading many curses behind him, Yuji finally brings them into an underground bridge, preparing for the fight ahead. On the other side of the bridge, Choso was standing. Using his piercing blood technique, he killed all the curse spirits in a single shot. One curse tried to attack Choso from behind, but Yuji finished it with a punch. Choso thinks to himself that Yuji was already very strong when they fought before. But now, Yuji has learned to control his cursed energy. He is not fully healed yet, but still feels like a demon god. This is exactly what Choso expected from his younger brother. Choso was about to tell Yuji something about his father, but at that moment, Naoya arrives. Naoya asks where Megumi is. He says Megumi still hasn't come and asks why Yuji and Choso haven't run away yet. Yuji asks why should they run? Naoya then tells him that Yuji has been given the death penalty because Gojo is no longer around to protect him. The higher-ups were scared of Gojo, so they didn't interfere much before. Naoya says that he originally came to kill Megumi, but now he will kill Yuji as well. He suddenly appears behind Yuji and punches him. When Choso tries to attack Naoya, Naoya instantly moves behind him too and starts raining punches on him. Naoya is much faster than both of them. Choso realizes that Naoya must have some special technique. Naoya thinks to himself that Yuji is Sukuna's vessel, but wonders who this other guy is. Just then, they feel a massive surge of cursed energy. Yuji thinks it might be Gojo, but when they turn around, they see that it is actually Yuta.
Yuta jumps down from a building, creating a huge crater on the ground. Naoya asks if he is Yuta, the one assigned to kill Yuji. Hearing Yuta's name, Yuji remembers that he's a second-year student and a special grade sorcerer, just like Gojo. Naoya tells Yuji to run away immediately and says that he will handle Naoya. He warns Yuji that Yuta is just like Gojo, and if Yuji fights him, he will surely die. Yuji starts running, but Yuta follows right behind him. Meanwhile, Choso attacks Naoya with his blood techniques. Naoya dodges and says that Choso uses blood manipulation and, except for piercing blood, there's nothing to be afraid of. He explains that piercing blood takes time to charge, which means he can easily kill Choso. Choso replies that Naoya is mistaken if he thinks he can attack his brother and walk away alive. Yuta catches up to Yuji, and this is the same scene we saw at the start of the episode. Yuji wasn't running from a curse, but from Yuta. A fight begins between Yuji and Yuta, and Yuji starts to lose. Yuta may look weak physically, but his cursed energy is incredibly massive. He is the complete opposite of Yuji, who is physically strong but lacks that much cursed energy. Yuta explains that he has even more cursed energy than Gojo-sensei. However, Gojo has the 6 eyes, so when he uses techniques, his cursed energy never truly runs out. That's why Gojo is number 1. Yuta's energy can be exhausted, but Gojo's never will. Yuta attacks Yuji again. Because of Yuta's overwhelming cursed energy, Yuji can't read his attacks properly. Every strike from Yuta can be fatal, and Yuji's attacks have almost no effect on him. Still, Yuji refuses to give up. Yuji picks up a knife. Gojo once told him that some sorcerers use weapons, but controlling cursed energy is still necessary. Yuji blocks Yuta's katana with his knife. Yuta says Yuji is focusing too much on the sword and punches him hard. Yuji then kicks and breaks Yuta's katana, shocking him. After all, Yuji is also Gojo-sensei's student. Yuji thinks that without weapons, he might be able to fight Yuta properly and charges at him. Suddenly, a huge curse spirit grabs Yuji from behind. It was Rika. Yuji doesn't understand where Rika came from. She holds him so tightly that he can't move at all. Yuta walks forward with his broken sword and stabs Yuji in the chest. He says, "I'm sorry, Yuji Itadori." Yuji dies, and the episode ends there. On the other side, Naoya was brutally beating Choso using his super speed. Choso couldn't understand Naoya's technique at all. Even after taking so many hits, Choso still managed to stand back up. Naoya mocks him and asks why he is so stubborn and what he even is. Choso replies that he is the elder brother of 10 siblings. He then uses a technique called flowing red scale, which strengthens his eyes and allows him to see Naoya's super speed clearly. Naoya attacks again, and this time, Choso manages to grab him. But Naoya stabs Choso in the stomach with a knife, causing blood to spill out. Naoya says that Choso is too stubborn, so he had to use a weapon. He adds that since Choso uses blood manipulation, he should be able to stop his bleeding easily. Still, Naoya wonders how long Choso can keep fighting in this condition. He also tells Choso not to tell anyone that he used a knife, because he hates sorcerers who rely on weapons. He insults his own older brothers, saying they wander around shamelessly like that, and even had the nerve to insult Toji. Choso asks if Naoya hates his brothers. Naoya replies yes, saying that any older brother who was weaker than his younger brother deserved to die. Choso responds that maybe Naoya is so powerful today because of his weaker older brothers. An older brother is supposed to be a role model. If he walks the wrong path, he stops his younger siblings from following it. If he walks the right path, they follow him. Choso says maybe Naoya is strong because his brothers are weak. Choso then answers Naoya's earlier question about why he is so stubborn. He says it's because he never had a role model. Naoya looks down and notices that Choso's blood has spread everywhere. Choso continues, saying that no matter how many mistakes he makes, he has to stay ahead of his younger brothers. That's why he is so strong. Suddenly, a flood of blood spreads everywhere. Naoya is shocked and can't understand how Choso is still alive despite losing so much blood. He doesn't know that Choso was a death-painting womb, a hybrid between a curse and a human. Choso can convert curse energy into blood, so as long as he has cursed energy, he won't die from blood loss. Naoya tries to escape from Choso's blood, but suddenly his feet get stuck to the ground. The blood on the ground acts like glue and traps him. Choso then attacks him with piercing blood. Naoya actually possesses the same 24 FPS technique as his father, allowing him to make 24 movements in a single second. But he didn't know that Choso has another technique called Supernova, which Choso perfected over 150 years. With this technique, Choso can attack his target from all directions at once. Naoya gets caught in it. Choso is about to kill Naoya, but suddenly, Yuta appears from behind and knocks Choso out with a single punch. Yuta's carrying Yuji's body with him. Naoya starts vomiting because Choso isn't human, and his blood works like poison for Naoya. Yuta tells Naoya that he can heal him. Using his reverse curse technique, Yuta can heal others as well. But in return, Naoya must personally tell the higher-ups that Yuta killed Yuji. After this, we see a vision of Yuji's past. Yuji is shown as a small child, looking at his father Jin. Then Yuji's grandfather Wasuke appears and warns Jin to live his life however he wants, but to stay away from that woman or he will die. Jin tells him not to say such things in front of a child, because children remember everything. Wasuke says he knows Jin wanted a child, but then mentions Kaori's death. At that moment, a woman appears and asks what happened, calling Wasuke father-in-law. This woman is actually Kaori, Yuji's mother. On her forehead, we can see the same marks as fake Geto. The dream ends there. Yuji wakes up and Yuta is sitting beside him. Yuta says he's glad Yuji is alive. He then explains that a few months earlier, Gojo-sensei came to meet him and asked him to look after Yuji. Yuta admits that he only pretended to fight Yuji. Gojo had told Yuta that if something ever happened to him, Yuta should take care of the first and second year students. He said Hikari could take care of himself. Yuta replied that Gojo is Gojo-sensei, so nothing would happen to him. But Gojo specifically asked him to take care of Yuji, saying Yuji is just like him and has already received a 12 sentence once before. That's why Yuta pretended to kill Yuji. If Yuta had refused, the higher-ups would have sent someone else. They aren't foolish. Yuta had taken a binding vow with the higher-ups to truly kill Yuji, which is why he had to actually stop Yuji's heart. Yuji asks how he's still alive. Yuta explains that as soon as Yuji's heart stopped, he immediately healed him with reverse curse technique. This way, the vow to the higher-ups was fulfilled, and Yuji didn't truly die. For Yuji, dying and coming back to life is nothing new, and very few people know that Yuta can heal others like this. But sooner or later, everyone will find out.
For now, Yuji is considered dead by the world. Yuji asks Yuta why he did so much for him. Yuta replies that the people he cares about also care about Yuji. He says that he too once had a dangerous power, but Yuji's power is not his own, and none of this is Yuji's fault. Just then, Megumi arrives and tells Yuji that they are going back to Jujutsu High. He says they can secretly take Yuji inside. Yuji refuses and says that many people died because of him during the Shibuya incident. Megumi tells him that it wasn't Yuji's fault and that he must not give up. He says they are not heroes, they are Jujutsu sorcerers. No one will truly understand them, but they still have to keep saving people to prove that their existence matters. Yuji thinks to himself that he can't stay with Megumi because that would put Megumi in danger too. Megumi then says that he needs Yuji's help. Fake Geto, also known as Kenjaku, has started a deadly event called the Culling Game where Jujutsu sorcerers are allowed to kill each other. Megumi's sister Tsumiki has been forced to participate in this game. That's why Megumi needs Yuji. After this, some rules of the Culling Game are explained. All players must enter the game within 19 days. If anyone breaks the rules, their curse technique will be removed, which will lead to their death. To participate, players must enter specific colonies. Killing other players gives points. There are more rules which will be explained later. Yuji tells Yuta that Sukuna is planning something against Megumi. During Shibuya, Yuji was force-fed many of Sukuna's fingers, which allowed Sukuna to take control of his body. Now, Yuji has 15 fingers inside him. Yuji believes Sukuna can no longer take control easily, but he asks Yuta to kill him immediately if he ever fully turns into Sukuna. Yuta agrees. Yuji then asks Megumi what they should do next. Megumi says that first they must return to Jujutsu High and meet Master Tenjin. They need to ask how Gojo can be unsealed, what Kenjaku is planning, and what his goal is in the Culling Game. Only Tenjin can answer these questions. Yuji asks if Yuki knows about this plan. Megumi replies that it was actually Yuki's idea and she is already hiding inside Jujutsu High.
Then Yuji asks how will they cross Tenjin's barrier. The barrier has thousands of moving doors and only one leads to the tomb of the Star Corridor, where Tenjin resides. If they choose the wrong door, they won't reach him. Now Yuji asks about Nobara. He asks if she is okay. Megumi stays silent and lowers his head, which means that Nobara is no longer alive. Hearing this deeply hurts Yuji. At that moment, Choso arrives and says that he knows a way to enter the barrier. Mahito once stole death paintings and Sukuna's finger from there, and they can use the same route. They arrive at Jujutsu High where they meet Maki, who now looks very different. During the Shibuya incident, Jogo burned her. Because of her heavenly restriction, her body healed, but the scars remained. Yuki is also there. Choso explains that on the path to the Star Corridor, there is a vault where Jujutsu High stores cursed tools and other objects. Inside that vault are the death paintings of Choso's 6 brothers. Using his technique, Choso can sense their location. Maki asks who this man is. Yuji replies that for now, they should think of him as his brother. Hearing this makes Choso very happy. Choso then shows them the correct door and they reach the Star Corridor. Choso can also sense the path to the vault and says that he will soon free his brothers. They notice bloodstains at one place. This is the same spot where Toji shot Riko years ago. Yuki explains that an incident happened here 12 years ago and that's where all the chaos truly began. They enter the main hall but there is nothing there except light. Yuki explains that Tenjin only appears when he wants to. When Gojo was sealed, she thought Tenjin would want to meet them. They start turning back but then Tenjin finally speaks. He greets them and calls them by their identities. A child of the Zenin clan Maki, the blood of Michizane Yuta, a death painting Choso, and Sukuna's vessel Yuji. And with that, the episode ends. So friends, Tenjin-sama has finally appeared. Will he give them real information? We will find out in the next episode. If you liked the video, don't forget to like and share it. And if you're new to Any Ramen Go, subscribe and press the bell icon. I'll see you very soon with the next video. Thank you.